Huddersfield Giants 34, Wakefield Trinity 6, no problems now. Huddersfield Giants 8-point clears of relegation and only 6 points off the playoffs. They can't do it, can they? Surely not. But this was a far better Huddersfield Giants than we've seen for lots of this season. You know, to back up against a great win against Catalan last week was really, really good to see from their perspective. First half, Joel Scholes was on the chat with me. He was saying that they were absolutely unplayable. Brilliant play from Huddersfield, left to right, right to left. Really targeted the right edge as well. 2 tries in that first period coming against the returning Mason Leno and Lee Kershaw on the right edge. Leno, should he be back? A lot of Wakefield fans really disappointed with the former Mason Leno throughout the season, questioning why did he return? Was he fit enough to return for this game? The loss of Will Daggett after 13 minutes, it was a huge blow. Daggett has been in incredible form for Wakefield recently. We know that. But yeah, they lost Daggett. The pack of Wakefield in this one, really poor. You know, we've been basking in the glory of David Fafita's return. He could only manage, I think it was about 88 metres in this one. It wasn't one of his finest displays. Also, Tony and the likes, just not really at it, it has to be said, which was quite poor. But actually, this wasn't really a game of down the middle. It was more a game of down the edges. I mean, some really good transitional play from Huddersfield Giants in this one. Jake Connor, 2 brilliant assists in that first period for Jake Connor. Toiler Lahea, you know, he's had 2 brilliant weeks. Last week, of course, was in Team of the Week. He's backed up again in this one. 2 tries and assists. Really solid kicking game as well. He's back to his best. Russell with the boot, 5 from 6. Decent effort from him. You know, Huddersfield really, really now starting to look like the team that everybody thought they were perhaps going to be at the start of the season, but it's never really materialised. Another one, of course, Kevin Nagama. I mean, Nagama's been outstanding throughout the season, hasn't he? Let's be absolutely clear about that. But another try from Nagama, another assist from Nagama. Only 65 metres, which is low for him. I mean, he's normally quite good at getting over the advantage line time and time again. And another player that, you know, all the Huddersfield fans have got absolute respect for, and rightly so, Jermaine McGilvery. Another try for him, you know, going toe-to-toe with Lee Kershaw. You think you're going to stop me, son? Let's see about that. Over he goes. Just get out of the way. In he goes in the corner. Good old Jermaine. Outstanding. 132 metres in this one. 6 tackle busts. Outstanding performance once again from Jermaine McGilvery. This is a hammer blow for Wakefield. We said a couple of weeks ago, I think it was on Super League Raw Weekly, that it might not just be the wins, but it's also the losses. How many did these 2 teams, Castleford and Wakefield, lose by that could be pivotal come the end of the season? And of course, this was a big, big loss for them. A 28-point deficit for Wakefield, an 18-point deficit for Castleford in their game. That's a 10-point swing. 56 points now separate them on that particular KPI. And for me, that could be critical. Of course, all eyes are going to be on that game on the 18th of August when these 2 go toe-to-toe, Wakefield and Castleford. That's one not to be missed. But this is better from Huddersfield. Let's give Huddersfield lots of credit to back up. I mean, any winning Perpignan is one to be celebrated, but then to come and back it up again at the John Smith Stadium with an assured performance like this will be making the Cowbell Army happy. They rang that bell throughout the game. They finally saw some quality rugby league at home, and they were delighted, and rightly so. Really good performance, this one, from the Huddersfield Giants. As for Wakefield, they've got to tighten up the defence. 37 missed tackles in this game. You're not going to win many rugby league games if you're missing 37 tackles in a match. Compare that to Huddersfield's 12. You get my point. Not good enough at all, it has to be said. Right, where are they going next? Well, Huddersfield, first and foremost, they're going to be entertaining Hull FC after the Challenge Cup break. Then they're off to Castleford, and then they play the Salford Red Devils at home. So 2 home games there, 2 winnable home games when you consider they're going to be playing teams in the bottom 6 of the table. So they'll be fancying that Huddersfield, and then, you know, we may have to assess their chances a little bit further down the track. If they can come out of that with 3 wins, all of a sudden it's going to be interesting to see where they're positioned for those playoff places. Such is the madness of the 2023 Super League season. As for Wakefield, all's not lost. It's a little bump in the road. You know, they've come off the back of 2 wins before this one. They've now lost to Huddersfield, but they are in better form than Castleford. Let's not worry about that. Next up for them are the Warrington Wolves at home. Actually, they played pretty well against Warrington. If you remember last year, they ran Warrington close at Halliwell this season. If it wasn't for Proctor's red card, who knows what would have happened on that day. And then, of course, last season, they had Warrington Wolves in the pocket. So, you know, who's to say that Wakefield can't beat the Warrington Wolves at home on the 30th of July? Then it's Hull FC away for them. And then the big one, Castleford Tigers at home, 18th of August. one not to be missed. That's going to be absolutely critical, but they're going to have to be a lot better than they played against the Huddersfield Giants. But well done to Huddersfield Giants, a fantastic win, 34 points to 6, just about seeing a little bit of sunlight through the cracks of the blinds. That's the playoffs. The blinds going to open. Are they going to slam shut? Well, we're going to find out over the next 3 or 4 weeks, aren't we? But what a great performance this one has been for Huddersfield. Don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends about us. That's been In the Sheds, and we'll see you next time.